Hi, hey, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to Manhattan's with Lindsay. This is only my second Manhattan of the night, so we'll see how this goes. It's pretty good. Not as good as Zach makes them, and don't tell him I said that. Okay, anyway, moving on. I take my glasses off. I always forget there's a glare, and my setup is a little different today because I broke something. Leave it up to me. Always breaking stuff. Okay, anyway. So, today I wanted to talk about all sorts of different things. I have a lot of different things on my mind. A lot of good things, a lot of really annoying things. So, let's just get on right to it. But honestly, I do want to just kind of go over a few things like where I am at right now in my life. I am doing really well. I've kind of gone through a couple little bumps and hiccups here and there in the last couple of weeks, but for the most part, I'm like living it and like life's really good. I finally really have like this really strong belief in myself and like I feel empowered. I feel so ready to like take on the world. Most days anyway. And we'll get to why that is in a second because I want to talk about some stuff with my anxiety and how I know that a lot of people that I know deal with it so much too. But aside from that, yes, I am doing really well. Florida's treating me really well. I finally feel like I'm at home here. It took some time, but it's cool now. It's all good. Anyway, but jumping into anxiety. Oh, anxiety. So it's always been kind of something that was hard for me to admit that I had. You know, like growing up, I have family that had to deal with it. My mom dealt a lot with anxiety and depression. And growing up, especially in high school, I started to notice that, you know, maybe it was something that I was dealing with too, but I would always be like, no, like this is a phase. I'm supposed to be sad and dramatic. I'm young, you know, this is the thing. But as I got older, it just continued on and, you know, got worse and worse. And now that I just turned 28 years old and I still deal with anxiety every day, anxiety and depression is a real huge part of my life. It's so real, and it's the gosh darn devil. It really is. It's like a devil constantly on your shoulder, mocking you and telling you what you're not good at, and reminding you that you're not worthy of anybody. You're not worthy of doing good. You're not gonna make it through the next task, and then you have to have your other part of your brain be strong enough to be like, hey, you know, like, screw off, man. Like, I know that I can get through this. I can do this. And support system around you is definitely important. Let me tell you that. If you're going through a hard time and the people around you aren't supporting you or uplifting you, and they're making you feel like your anxiety makes you feel, don't allow it. Don't allow people to make you feel that way. Don't allow people to make you feel like you are anything less than what you are. Okay? Because I've made that mistake. And I just made that mistake recently again. And I am pissed about it. But I'm also like, you know what? Lesson learned. Another lesson learned. Move on. Life is too short to relive your same past. So okay, I said it. Don't relive something shitty just like you did before because you already overcome those things. Move on. Life is too short and you are too precious of a person to let anybody bring you down or make you feel like you are less than who you are. Period. So, God, I wanted to get that out so bad. It feels so good. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Cheers to not letting people make you feel like you are worthless. Because I am so goddamn good at letting people make me feel like I'm worthless. And especially people that I would do literally anything for. Isn't that sad? Anyway, but getting to other things, I kind of felt that way a lot more when I just recently was home. It was kind of also just found little baby Zelda on the floor. Okay, nerd alert. Anyway, but no, I just recently felt that way when I was home. I came home to Wisconsin and, you know, I really wanted to stay. I wanted to stay and I wanted to help out. And I just kind of had these mixed emotions about doing that because leaving there was hard the first time. It was so hard the first time that I didn't ever think I was going to get over it. I never thought I was going to get over the people and my lifestyle, all those things, feeling like you're constantly on top of the world, you know, all those things. But sadly, I let myself slip into some really bad habits and a lot of bad things there. And I decided this last time when I was home that I couldn't backtrack again for any longer than I had to, because I was too afraid I would slip into old ways, old habits, old things, old people, the ones that were not good for me, the toxic ones. And I already felt myself doing that from only being there for a couple of days. And it was really important that I did not stay. It was really important that I came back to Florida and continued growing and continued with what I think is really important, especially for someone who has anxiety like me, who has depression like me. You have to have routines. You have to have something to do every day that's the same as the day before, something that's making you grow, something that's making you feel like you're accomplishing things. Like for me, one of my biggest things is my eating habits. Back in October, I decided to completely switch to a no gluten, no dairy, no sugar diet. And yeah, occasionally here or there I will slip up, but for the most part I am completely free of all those things, and it has completely changed my life. It has changed not only my body and how I feel every day, but it makes me just, you know, it gives me something, a purpose. It gives me like something to work at, you know, like every day I know that I can wake up, I'm going to cook myself this great meal for myself that's good for me, it's healthy for me, it's good for my body, take all my vitamins, drink my coffee, you know, do yoga most days. Gotta get better at that, and working out, but baby steps. You know, don't push yourself all the time, like, especially if you have anxiety. Do not make yourself, like, overwhelmed with new things, because then it's gonna be like, oh, how am I gonna keep up with all this? And I used to do that all the time. All the time. I would be like, you have to do all these things. How you're not gonna do all these tasks? Like, just screw it. You're gonna fail anyway. You know, because that's one of my biggest flaws is having my standards set so high for myself, and then being too scared to hit that high standard, and then not doing it at all and failing miserably. And this last couple of months, I've really learned a lot about myself when it comes to, like, really just being okay with maybe, like, something not going the way that I want it to go, and to try to keep it a little less, like, why isn't this not going how I want it to go? But keep it a little less. Keep it a little more like, hey, you didn't get it this time, but next time let's try harder and do it this time, you know? Like with my photography, like right now, like I have the love and the support and all the people who are telling me they love my work. That means more to me than you will ever know, because I think anyone, my artist friends will know, like anyone out there who does anything that, you know, you share with the public, anything, it's nerve-wracking. It is so nerve-wracking, especially with photography. It's such, and art is such a competitive, not even competitive, but there's just so many great photographers and so many great artists out there doing so many great things, and to even be compared a little bit and to be loved on at all is seriously humbles me. It's humbling, and I love it so much. I love it. and to work with these beautiful women. Like my last model, like, God, she was just such a sweetheart. You know, she comes over and she doesn't even realize how goddamn beautiful she is. And like, to be able to be this person, to like take these girls' photos and then they get their pictures back and they're like, wow, that's me in those pictures. And it's like, yeah, that's you. Like, it's awesome. And so I've been also working on my own. I'm gonna do some self-portrait boudoir, and it'll be super fun. Totally just got off on a completely different tangent that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm getting a Snapchat. But also, random thing, let's check out my awesome hair. That's Miss Emma America at All Cut Up Salon in Union Grove, Wisconsin. I'm sad that she won't be able to put them back in, but if I take them out, put them back in again, but she is seriously the best, and she's so great. Anyway, tangent. I feel like I finally got to talk about a little things that I want to. I'm going on about 11 minutes on this video, and if you know me, I don't edit my videos, I don't edit anything in, I don't edit anything out, and I'm just here. I'm just here to talk to you. I'm just here to talk and to be myself, and try to let people know that I'm doing good despite some letdowns lately, but I think at the end of the day, I have to realize I can't expect anything from anybody right now but myself. Like, I feel like I want a lot of things. A lot of my friends right now are really on the, having babies and getting married and doing all those things that, hell yeah, I would really like to do someday. But I always know that, I've always known that doing all those things wasn't quite going to be my path. And despite wanting to find somebody to share those things with and figure it out, like in my last video, I talk about what I really want from somebody, 100%. And that's like super difficult to find. But when I do find it, it'll make sense. Because love shouldn't be that difficult. Nothing should be where you need to question anything. You should never have to question yourself. Don't ever question your feelings. At least that's my thoughts. Anyway, I'm all about this weird lighting right now. I'm not even live, but I don't edit. Anyway, so that's my little blurb, my little Manhattan today. I'm not even done with this yet, but I'm going on a couple minutes, and I don't like to make these too long, because who wants to sit and listen to me rant for 15 minutes? I mean, maybe you do. Ramble on, Speaking of that, I found out that I share a birthday with Jimmy Page, and that made my birthday. I was just driving in my car, listening to the radio. They're playing a ton of Led Zeppelin. Ton. And they're like, happy birthday, Jimmy Page, 75th birthday. And I was like, finger guns. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't know if I have anything else to say. I feel like I have so much to say. I wonder if I said it all, because I'll rewatch this and be like, oh, Lindsay, did you even? I don't know. We'll see. I must have a little Manhattan buzz. It's fine, though. This, by the way, if you want, maybe I'll do a video about how to make Manhattans, because it's super simple and super delicious. I didn't even really try with these ones. I just put some bourbon and threw some sweet vermouth on top. I didn't even put ice or shake or anything. I just was like, I just take the easy way out with this one. So, yeah, but super easy. Let's do a video for that. I'll do a video for that soon. Also, comment below, share, like, and subscribe, because and tell me how to use YouTube. Somebody please tell me what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm on Instagram. If you want to follow my photography, it's Lindsay Funk Photography. I will link all that stuff too. And I really hope that I start hearing from some strangers soon, like people that I don't know, because I would so love to connect and meet people and inspire other women, inspire other people in general. Talk about, our anxieties and our bad days, our good days. And I feel like so many people don't talk about what goes on in their minds, and I really feel like we need to start. We need to start encouraging each other to open up and just live and be okay with what the chemicals in our brains are telling us to do every day. We just gotta be okay with it. And as much as it's super annoying sometimes, and it's crippling and fucked up, at the end of the day, we have this one life that I know of, that we know of, to live, and to not, let anyone control our thoughts and our minds but ourselves. And really, like Will Smith, you guys know I love that Fill Your Cup video. And if you haven't seen it, look it up. Just YouTube Will Smith Fill Your Cup video. You can never rely on somebody else to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. You need to fill your own cup. Yeah, you can find joy and have other people help you feel happy. But to make yourself happy, that's not going to come from anybody else but you, honey. At the end of the day, it's all you. It's all us. And I am here if anyone ever needs to message me or talk to me. I don't care if you're a pure stranger, if you're somebody I've known for years. I am always here. I am an open book, and I am willing to speak to anybody. You have depression, you have anxiety, you have problems with a friend or a boyfriend or something going on in your life. I will do my best to be here and give you advice and help you out, because I feel like everyone needs somebody. Alright, I'm going to end this now. I'm so sorry this is long, but I hope that if somebody is still here watching, that you thoroughly enjoyed this episode of Manhattan's Lindsay, and I will hopefully see you soon. I feel like I might be on this a little more lately, okay? Alright. Good night, good night, good night.